This video, I'm going to show you how to layer Siser easyweed HTV on top of each other. So I'm making a shirt for my daughter. So I use a pressing pillow so that the seams on her shirt won't get in the way, and I can pop up the design to get a completely flat press. I'm using the just regular Siser easyweed, so I have my press set to 305. And I'm going to do a 3-second pre-press just to heat up my shirt and get out any wrinkles. Okay. It looks like my pressure is really tight too, so I'm going to loosen that up a little bit. Now, because it's a white shirt and just in general, I like to do this before any shirt, even if it's not white. I have a little lint roller I keep in my cart in the drawers that my press is on. And I just like to make sure I get anything off of it, because if you press on top of anything, it will get stuck under your vinyl. It doesn't seem to affect it. I've done it once or twice, but just to be on the safe side. And I'll probably just press this again one more time to get out any wrinkles that I created with the lint roller. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down my first layer. Now, I'm only doing, the way I do my SVGs, I create them so it's kind of like they're already sliced, so that it's really only 2 layers that I'm doing, even though it's many colors. That way, it's not too thick on the shirt. So I'm gonna lay down my first layer. I'm gonna feel under here too for my pressing pillow. I like to make sure that everything is on here, on the pressing pillow, so that we don't have an uneven press. So I'm gonna I have a bigger one. I'm just gonna slide under here and swap them out. I think I need it a little bigger. Okay. So I'm going to just fix this really quickly, and I just make sure that my seams aren't on the pillow, and then I'm just going to reline up my first layer. Now I press each layer for just a second. I usually close my press and open it right back up. I know that my character looks a little askew, but that's how she's supposed to be. She's jumping in the air. So I'm just going to close it and open it right back up. Now I peel carefully just to make sure that my pressing pillow was in fact in the right places, and I don't wrinkle any of this when I pull it up. And I just put my carrier sheet aside. Now I always keep a pair of scissors nearby too, in case I can trim down any of my layers, because sometimes I'm able to do that. And now, make sure you guys can see this well, I just line this up. I can see it. Sometimes if I can't see it on the shirt, I'll pull the shirt out a little bit and make sure that I can see where my layer is. And I make sure it's all lined up how I want it. And I press my carrier sheet down. Now I can't fit any other layers on here right now, because that one is bigger. But I'm just going to press this down again just for a quick second, and I'm going to close my press and open it right back up. I like to do my bigger layers first. That way, if I can fit more of the smaller layers in one press so we have less shrinking, that's what I like to do. Because vinyl does shrink a little bit when it's pressed, when it's heated up, especially on a 100% cotton shirt. So I like to make sure that I do as many layers or colors as I can in one press. Make sure this is lined up nice. If it's not, you can just pull it, it's okay. It's already adhered enough on the shirt where I'm not gonna wrinkle it or pull it up. So I'm gonna line it all up. And she looks a little funky right now because she doesn't have the rest of her colors on her, but she's all right. You can also keep your design nearby if it's your computer, your tablet, iPad, whatever you use. If you want to make sure that you're lining everything up correctly, usually I just wing it, which is not something that everybody likes to do, but it works for me, so I do that. Whew. This is tricky tonight. Make sure everything lines up in all the places. All right, that looks good. Now, close it, open it right back up. And again, I always just peel slowly just to make sure I got everything down. Okay. Now for this layer, for this next color, I have this green, but I also have the blue from the dress and the white for the eyes and teeth. So if you can see here, I put this all in one design, but they're separate, so I can cut her dress apart so that I can make it into this press. And I can probably fit the eyes and the mouth too. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure none of my other carrier sheets are going to be on top of it, because that's not going to stick, or it will stick to your other carrier sheets. So you have to make sure none of your carrier sheets are going to affect it. You can trim them down if you need to. I've done that plenty of times, especially with smaller pieces. So I'm just going to lay this over here. I think it goes this way. Okay. Now, as long as none of my vinyl is touching another carrier sheet, I'm good. So we're fine here. So I'm going to close it, open it right back up. Now you may notice at this point that some of the carrier sheet lines may have pressed into your vinyl. That's okay, because when you do your final press at the end, that's going to get rid of all of that. So you don't have to worry there. So now I'm just going to put my last color down, my last layer. And I'm going to do a quick close it and open it right back up. Now Siser easyweed recommends a full press of 10 to 15 seconds. Since we've already pressed this a bunch, I'm just going to do it for 10 seconds. I have my press already set to that, so once it beeps, I can pull it up and we're good. And then we'll be done. I like to take my last carrier sheet off before I do my final press to make sure that I do get any of those lines out. So now, show you, this is our final result.